Good morning, good morning, good morning. What's happening? Welcome to Get Rich 101. Get Rich 101. Get Rich 101. And I know you're wondering why I'm sitting up like this, or even if you hadn't, let me tell you, the cat is right here. The cat is right here. He got in my spot. So anyway, I'm trying to get myself organized here. All right. So thank you for being here. Thank you to the New Thought Media Network for being here. Thank you for my book. Here's my book, Hack Your Pain Now. Hack Your Pain Now. Get it online. Get it online. Now, as you saw, I'll put it back up. As you saw, there he is. Me and the man. Me and the man. Me and the man. Me and the man. That's my dad. So I'm going to bring him on and we're going to talk this out together. All right. So let me find a drum roll. Find a drum roll. Here we go. Hey,
Good
Bob.
morning.
Good morning. I saw you guys are having some difficulties. I'm glad it worked out. Glad it worked out.
Yeah, we're here.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So, um, well, let's stick with the theme of the show. I got my cup that Fee King got me. Get Rich 101. Do you have
Okay.
any advice you'd like to give to the people out there? Any money advice?
Save it if you got it.
Save it if you got it. Save it if you got it. Yeah. Ashe. And once you save it, you got to give it over to somebody like well, my thing personally has been the stock market. Give the money over to the stock market and let it grow, grow, and grow. Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's get it growing. Let's get it growing.
I agree. I mean, growing in many directions is a good thing.
Yeah, yeah. I say. Okay, so what did you do yesterday for the fourth?
Well, we spent it in the backyard. Had about 10 people, 10 friends, um, one of which, well, maybe all of which you know.
Hmm.
But Jimmy was here.
Okay.
Um, Ruben was here and his wife.
Okay.
We had hot dogs and hamburgers and
Wow.
salad and two different salads and some snow crabs.
Wow. You did
And
it up.
yeah. And then, of course, the rain came. So, I mean, we had to kind of rush to get back in the house.
Hmm. The rain came.
It-
Oh, I didn't realize that. I
yeah.
really.
And it wasn't, we thought it was going to be a shower. That's what was predicted. It's going to be a
Right.
couple of showers. It would start around 5:30. It really started about 4. and
Wow.
it was a steady rain, not a shower. So, but it wasn't
Wow.
hard. So
Wow.
I mean, it wasn't all that bad. I mean, we need rain and sunshine.
Okay. Okay. Well, you sounded so laid back when I talked to you yesterday. Like now you're saying it's a whole feast, extravaganza. That sounds nice. We didn't do anything. We didn't do much of anything. We just sat around watching a TV show called Sprint. It's about the sprinters.
Uh-huh.
About the sprinters, and we'll talk about everybody. Talk about Usain Bolt was on there, and all the people that are new,
Uh-huh.
and people that are old. And so that was very interesting. That was very interesting. But that took up most of our day. We sat there watching Sprint all day, and then we were going to do the fireworks, but but we missed it. We heard it just a little bit, and didn't hear it. And, I don't know. We just missed it. We just missed it. So anyway, those of you that are out there that had some fun, we represent you all. We represent you all.
Okay.
Hope you all
Okay.
had some fun. Had some fun. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Was
Okay,
there
so
a party in the building downstairs?
there might have been.
Uh-huh.
There might have been. I didn't even think about that. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I always got to check. I always have to remember to check with holidays downstairs because
Yeah.
usually they have things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah.
Well,
All right.
it's not too late. It's just the next time.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so let's get into something. Let's get into something. We
Okay.
uh we decided we would keep doing this because we talked to my dad and he let it fly that he knew Martin Luther King Jr. I mean, just flew it out there. He knew Martin Luther King Jr. That's amazing. That's amazing. So that's one of the many things that I wanted to talk about, and kind of embody his feast, his mind, his all the glory, all the glory. You know what I'm saying? So that said, why don't we talk about why don't we talk about well, let's remind people that you knew Martin Luther King. So why don't you tell people how you knew him? Yeah,
Marches, or demonstrations.
yeah,
He was a leader, and
right.
I was a follower. I and many others.
Mm,
Um, and he was a Georgia person, and so am I. So we made a connection on at least a couple of levels. I mean, we were both homeboys, and one of his lieutenants was Jose Williams, was also from Savannah. Uh,
mm,
there was a connection there, but the problem that wasn't it. The real deal was he led many marches and demonstrations, and I was a part of some of them.
mm,
And obviously, I was able to meet him because I mean, he tried to meet everybody that was around
mm.
with a handshake, a smile, and how you doing?
Right. And you mentioned this last time, but tell us again. You said he always smiled first when.
Yeah, he always smiled. He kind of sets you at ease.
Mm,
You might have been feeling some tension, and you might have been kind of confused about how to approach him.
mm,
So he just relieved all of that. And
mm,
people called him many different names, all of which was his names. He just had several names. But the
mm.
one he liked most was Doc. You say, "Hey, Doc." He said, "Hey, man, how you doing?"
That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Your homeboys, homeboys. That's very, very cool. Hmm. Okay.
Um,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
some of that, I was a student at at Northeastern University in Boston, and
Right.
so Boston was a kind of a 5-bed place, led by guys like um, Reverend Woods um, and other people who were actively here, but we had a Southern Christian movement, Southern Christian ministry here, as it was
Okay.
in many parts of the country. I don't know how many or what cities always, but Boston was fairly hotbed,
Okay.
and of course the revolution started here. So he went to school here. He went to school in Boston.
Really?
Yeah, Morehouse was not the only school. He went to Boston University also,
Wow.
and lived in Roxbury. And he was assistant pastor at the 12th Street Baptist Church, which is in Roxbury.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
he and his wife were both connected to Boston and Roxbury.
Okay. We got a question from Fee King,
Okay.
and she's wondering. You said you were a homeboy, so were you from the same? You said from the same state, right? But
Same state. He was from Atlanta. I'm from Savannah.
mm, okay, okay. So homeboys from the same state.
Right.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. And Fatima is shouting you out. She's saying, "Good morning, it's Dad." Good morning, it's Dad.
Good
Yeah,
morning. Good morning. Good
yeah,
morning.
Dad. All right, let's see. What's Fee talking about? We just learned that your dad attended Northeastern. Ask him to share the story of being accepted into the engineering program at Northeastern. Hmm. Yeah, is there a story there?
No, that was easy. It's simple. What I was not accepted, the story really is Georgia Tech. I was
Georgia
not
Tech?
accepted at Georgia Tech
Really?
not because I didn't have the grades or the qualifications, but because I was black.
Hmm. Really? So how?
Was then and now black.
Yeah, right, right. So how do you know? How'd you get the scuttlebutt?
Oh, they just said, the quota was full. You're not the right kind of student for us. But it was okay. You
Yeah.
know, they paid for me not going there because them rejecting me while I was qualified had to pay for me to go someplace else, and it turns out to be Northeastern University in Boston.
Okay. Okay.
So they paid me because of their racism. They didn't pay me to pay the school.
Right. 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 They paid you. Yeah. Yeah. That's interesting. I remember my first. I couch it as my first racist experience happened also in Boston. What
Okay.
happened with the dance theater? No, with dance though. With dance, I was with Elma Lewis, and she took us to audition for the Nutcracker.
Okay.
And I was the best boy. I mean, I was the best. I was like, because I wasn't sure until we got there, but I was jumping further. I was jumping higher. I was like, I got this. I got this. This is in the bag because I was jumping way further than anybody else. And I did not get a call back. I did not get a call back. And I was just so fascinated. I was like, why? Why was I not chosen? I just kept asking you and mom, why? Why? Right? And finally, I don't remember which one of you said it, but finally one of you said something along the lines of what I had that they didn't have, and I had to think about that,
Mm-hmm.
and that referred me to race, and I was like, uh,
Uh-huh.
uh, and that was my first experience with racism. Yeah, yeah, I
But
remember
you
that.
should talk about Elma Lewis. She was the crown jewel of art in Roxbury and the city of Boston.
Mm, yeah, she was great. She was great. Elma Lewis was doing all kinds of things before they were ready. So I remember what I remember was this big school, and my memory will be faulty because I was a kid, but I
Mm-hmm.
remember this big house, and we used to go over there, and she would snap us into shape for ballet, and she had my feet up on the bar, and she snapped me with the ruler, like, get your feet up there, boy. Get your feet up, right. I was like, all right, and I was doing ballet for her, and she took us over to do the audition I told you about, and all of us were so much better than our counterparts. We were better
Yeah,
because she taught us so well,
yeah,
and so
that's
that's what I
right.
remember.
Yeah, yeah, she was
Yeah,
thorough
yeah,
and very
yeah,
artistic.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah. Ashe, Ashe. Yeah. So anyway, that's an interesting story, and B King is calling it a light bulb moment. A light bulb moment. Yeah, that was a light bulb moment for
well, I
me.
haven't heard that one before, so tell her that's news to me.
Yeah, yeah. A light bulb moment, like when I had the thing about racism, like how I had to screw it in, had
Uh-huh.
to
Uh-huh.
screw it into me. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah. So anyway, V
But
King just
before you move, just
yeah,
just for you and the audience, it's everywhere. It's not just in a particular place like Georgia. I mean, it's everywhere, and you got to be kind of keen in to who and what you're doing, and your reaction and your observation as to what's going on around you.
yeah. Your observation
Yeah.
is true. Yeah, because you could not observe it at all.
No, no, no.
Yeah,
And people will tell you they're not racist and do certain kind of things. You say, wait, what's happening?
yeah. Exactly, exactly, exactly. Ashe, Ashe. Well, I want to play this video.
Okay.
V King and I we just did our run. We did our run,
Oh, you've
and she
done
went back.
your morning thing.
Yeah, my morning
Okay.
thing, and I did not want to go. I did not want to go, but she got me up and got me out, and she pulled the camera out on me, her camera, and started recording me at the end of it, and asked me a question, and I
Mhm.
wasn't prepared for any of it. I wasn't prepared for any of it, and I have not watched it until now. I
Okay.
want to play it and see what it sounds like. So let's see what happens.
Okay.
All right, add to stage. All right, and this is I'm feeling it. I'm feeling my pain and aches and all the things. Let's see what it came out as. Let's see if I can get to the play button. Uh, Here we go.
Why do you do it?
Uh,
Why do you get up every day and run every day for over a year? Why do you do it?
Because I need to win. I need some dedicated true form that I need in my life, and I have the control over that because I can go out every day and I can run, and for that, I can give myself one win every day. One win every day.
Amen.
Why do you do it?
All right. Okay.
Why do you get up every day and run every day for over a year? Why do you do it?
Because that was interesting. That was interesting. What came out of me when asked that uh, randomly?
Hmm.
Hold on. I'm trying to get back to me and you. Ah, hold on. There we go. Take him down. Yeah, so that was interesting. That I have one win. One win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
day.
Every day. Every day. Every
Don't
day.
forget that.
Yeah. Because I didn't expect myself to say that. And I haven't had those thoughts before.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's really something that I want to have that one win every day because the things that happen with my body, they aren't so good all the time. They
Mm-hmm.
aren't so good all the time, but I can focus on getting that one win per day, that one win per day. And Ashe, that that means a lot to me. That means a lot.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, you should think about it. When you were in the hospital, you were getting wins, even though the barrier was high, and people for your and their protection had all kinds of support systems.
Mm.
Walkers and wheelchairs and whatever, and you resisted, saying, "Hey, I,
Mm.
I don't need that. I can do it another way." So you and
Man,
God took care of that.
man, that reminds me of when I spoke at the church. What's the name of the church again? What's the name of your church?
Bethel AME.
Bethel Amy. Man, Did you see me and Fee our show? Did you see our
No, I
show?
don't think so.
All right, I'm gonna send you our show afterwards, right after
Okay.
the show, because we really talked about it, and
Okay.
I mean, it lifted me up. It lifted me up so much, and I got teary eyed during the speech during the show about the speech, and I was only 3 minutes, but those 3 minutes were so powerful,
Hey.
and yeah, I really do want to continue to speak out about what happened to me and what is still happening to me,
Mm,
so that it can inspire more people
absolutely.
to go forth and do great things.
Yeah. At least face the situation head on rather than trying to evade it or avoid it.
Yeah, yeah, because I was doing that for a minute, but but it was just it was just having to see. For those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, I'm talking about my hospital experience and the fact they wheeled me in a wheelchair around, and they would wheel me around every day. And I started seeing the people in their wheelchairs because we're touring the floor. So I would look over there and see the people. I just had to. I made up my mind that I didn't want to be one of those people stuck in a wheelchair, and that required me to do lots of things like hide the wheelchair because I couldn't speak, and so that was really empowering. That was really empowering. Um, Yeah, and so you had to fight. You had to fight it all. You had to fight it all because that ain't what that ain't what the nurses want me to do. They wanted me to sit in that wheelchair and get rolled
Hey,
around. But I was like, nah,
no,
I gotta rise up. I gotta rise up. Yeah.
no. They wanted you to be safe, and
Yeah.
their way of being safe is using those aids.
Mm. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's okay. I
But
mean,
it's okay because
it's
I had to
right.
go.
Yeah, that's right.
I had to.
So this is not the way I want to do this.
Yeah, right. For sure. For sure. Okay. Well, changing subjects now.
Now, before you go
Oh,
back to the church, I just want to say that it was an electric moment for the church as well. It wasn't just you. The church was buzzing.
and it was so like for those of the people who couldn't be there. You know what? I'll send them this show as well, and
Oh,
maybe they can play it or something.
okay.
But who did I send it? Oh, I'll talk to you about who to send it to. But I was just so like like you all don't know because when we went to breakfast out to eat, I was like really don't I was still really like this. I was like ooh, 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 because they gave me so much energy.
Mm,
It wasn't until we finished eating, that I felt okay. I'm okay now. But
okay.
that was really it was really impactful, and they kept saying to me, "Great testimony, great testimony, great testimony, great testimony." They kept
Yep.
saying that.
Yeah.
But the
Yeah.
people who said the most, whoo, those two women, they said the most. They really filled me up.
Yeah.
Really filled me up,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
filled me with the spirit of I need to tell the story. I need to tell the story.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got to find some more speaking
Because
engagements.
some of those people, some of those ladies and others, have the same or similar situation, but they don't have the capacity to get it out, to say it to more than one or very few people. You have a platform.
Yeah, I guess I do. I guess I do. I guess I do.
I think
Yeah.
you do.
You know what? The fact that I have this show has made it possible for me to practice speaking. And that practice speaking was imperative because I haven't really been interacting that much with people from the past
Yep.
because I've been focusing on trying to win, trying to get better. And
Yep.
so doing this show every day has given me the practice in speaking and doing this has gotten me better than I was before. I'll shave for that.
Is that connected to everyday running?
You know, it's not, but it could be. It could be. It could be. Because really, I only take one day off per week of the show because I do this show during the week, and then on Saturday I do this this weekend hustle. I tell you about the weekend hustle.
No.
So the weekend hustle is a stock market thing that I found from someone else. This guy Tim Sykes, he's amazing,
Okay.
and he developed this method of buying a stock in the last hour of the stock market being open on Friday. So it's Friday. It's Friday. So this is gonna happen today. I'm gonna do this
Okay.
today.
Okay.
So 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock, he looks for a stock, he buys a stock, and then first thing Monday, he sells it. I was like, what? Over the weekend? He's like, yeah, over the weekend. I was like, okay. So I'm gonna do that this Friday. So on Saturday, I tell people about that, how it developed and what it is, and how they can develop it too, and how they can get on it.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. uh,
And that's the weekend hustle?
yeah, yeah. The weekend hustle. Now, the weekend hustle, mind you, has become the daily hustle. It's become the daily hustle because I gotta thank P. King and Reverend Melissa
Uh-huh.
for pushing me. They're like, you've been doing So what happened really was I was showing Fee King the stock market. I was like, look, it's jumping. And she said, you should get in. I was like, I'm not getting in. She's like, you should get in. I was like, what? She's like, you should get in. So I jumped in and jumped out and made some money. And I was like, what? And then I was like, okay, I'm going to try this every day. So the only week that I've had, full week I've had was last week, because this week was interrupted by the 4th of July. And before that, it was Juneteenth. So I only had 1 week, full week. But I did pretty well. My first full week of trading. So I can't see what happens next week. Next week? See how that goes. Yeah. See how.
Hang in.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let's see what Fee King is saying. Powerful. That's the key word. The capacity. It's not sure one has the capacity to share their story with more than one person at a time. That's it. I gleaned a lot more insight from that very statement. Ashe. Yeah. So yeah, she talked about my church thing at Bethel, which was something else. Something else. Yeah. So anyway, I wanted to talk about something you mentioned last night. You were a runner. And so, I don't know how I missed it. It must have been my amnesia. But I was doing all this running. I'm on day, what day am I on? 550. Wait a minute. Hold on.
Okay.
552. 552 as a runner. But you were a runner before me. You were running. You set the territory. You set the ground for me. Tell us about you running.
Well,
tell us about you running.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
But I ran sprint, 50 yard, 100 yard, 220, and 440.
And you ran the 4x100, right? 4x100.
Yeah.
You were the first leg.
Yes.
The first leg. I mean, for those of you who haven't run the first 4 in this race, the main legs. That's you?
Yeah.
Wow.
Greg found this. He didn't tell me where he found it, but your brother did this. Sent me this.
Wow. That's amazing.
I'm not sure.
Wow. That's great. Look at all those muscles, man. Look at all those muscles.
I was a younger kid, man.
Wow. That's incredible. You must have found it in his house, is going through things. Yeah. Wow, that's incredible. Wow. And the first leg is the main leg, because you're getting a good start.
You gotta at least break even or get in front, and the rest of the guys can carry on.
Yeah.
So I had the ability to give them a start.
Yeah, man, that's great. That's great. Well, my runs, my length of runs is long, but yours is fast. You out there doing it. You have to do it. Yeah, well, that's our time for today. We're going to keep on keeping on with Dad and bring him on and talk about whatever's going on. Dad, anything you want to say to the people before we sign off?
No, other than vote for Joe Biden.
Yeah, right.
Vote for Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. And this is a must. We must win this election. You're talking about winning by running, winning by listening, winning by refusing to use certain aids. We need to win by voting this time around.
All right. Ashe. All right, folks. You heard it here first. I'll see you next time. See you later.